Good morning friends. Today we'll see a lecture on fast Fourier transform. So why we required a FFT algorithm, or what is the need of FFT algorithm? So when we go for a DFT, so direct computation of DFT required a large processing times. It requires a large memory. Okay. So for that purpose we are going for FFT. For a direct computation, to perform a complex addition and to perform a complex multiplication, we required n square complex multiplication and we required n square minus n complex additions. So that is the purpose to have a FFT. So we required large number of computation. So as we required large number of computation, the processing time will be the more, and to perform the n point DFT we required n square complex multiplication and n square minus n complex addition. Whereas for FFT we require n by 2 log to the base 2 of n complex multiplication and n log to the base 2 of n complex additions. For that purpose we are going for FFT. Now we will be seeing some basic Tweedle factor properties, as we have already discussed this Tweedle factor property in DFT lectures. So here also the same properties are there. Periodicity is there, symmetry is there. So we have seen the periodicity property. Let me take the example. So suppose my capital N is equals to 8. So W81, using the periodicity property W81, it is going to equals to, this represents value of N and you consider this represents value of K. So it becomes W8 base, it will be mentioned W89 is equals to W8 17 and so on. This is the use of periodicity property. So how to calculate the value of W81? So we have known Wn. Wn is known as Tweedle factor, that is equals to e raised to minus j 2 pi by n. That is the value of Tweedle factor. Now here we need to put the value of n. So I have considered the value of n as 8. So W8 is equals to e raised to minus j 2 pi divided by 8. So it becomes 2 pi divided by 8. So it becomes e raised to minus j pi by 4. So e raised to minus j pi by 4 we can write as e raised to minus j pi by 4. We can write it as cos pi by 4 minus j sin pi by 4. Okay, cos pi by 4 minus j sin pi by 4 using Euler's identity. Cos pi by 4 minus j sin pi by 4. Okay, and you take the Tweedle factor exponent value of k as 1 for calculating omega at 1. Okay, just here we have to put the value of k. If it is 1, here you put the value of 1. If it is 2, here you put the value of 2. If it is 3, 3. In that way we can calculate the value of Tweedle factor exponent. Now next is what? This is very important, bit reverse index. So what is mean by bit reverse index? So simply, now let me consider to have a 2-point FFT. To have a 2-point FFT, so we are seeing the radix 2. What we are doing? We are seeing the radix 2 FFT algorithm, whether it will be DIT or whether it will be DIF. So radix 2 means what? Is base it's of 2. Okay, so to represent 2 point we require 2 raised to 1. We require 2 raised to 1 is equals to 2. So this 1 is nothing but the stage index, or you can say number of bit required to represent each sample. Number of bit required to represent each samples, or while drawing the butterfly diagram it can be considered as number of stage. When capital N is equals to 4 point, so 2 raised to 2 is equals to 4. That means for the butterfly diagram you require 2 stage, and to represent decimal number, to represent a binary number, we require 2 bits. Now for 8 point it is 2 raised to 3, that is equals to 8. So number of stages for drawing the FFT algorithm, it is equals to 3. and to represent a binary number we require 3 bits. So I have taken the example here of n is equals to 8. Okay, I have taken example of n is equals to 8. Now, so the sequence will be x of 0, x of 1, x of 2. It is going to vary from 0 to 7. Now to represent this 0, I require 3 bits because capital N is equals to 8. So I have written here 0 0 0. So what is meaning of bit reverse? So simply we have to take the reverse order of bit. So it becomes what? 0 0 0. So obviously we will be having 0 0 0. Now if you read this value becomes 0. This value also becomes 0. Now for 1 it becomes 0 0 1. Normal it becomes 0 0 1. But in terms of bit reverse it becomes 1, then 0, then 0. So that's why purpose I have written here 1 0 0. Now this 1 initially it is having the value as 1. Now after bit reverse it changes to what? It changes to 4. So 1 bit reverse order is equals to what? 4 for 8 point. Similarly for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So for this original sequence, or you can say this is the natural order. So its bit reverse order is what? 0 4 2 6 1 5 3 7. That is the bit reverse order for n is equals to 8. Now let me consider the example for n is equals to 4. Now for n is equals to 4, I am having this as a value 0, 1, 2 and 3. So to represent 0 for n is equal to 4, I require 2 bits. So 0 0 0 1, then 1 0 and 1 1. Now bit reverse order is what? So you reverse the bit, simply reverse the bit, so it becomes 0 0. After reversing bit, here it is 1 0, here it is 0 1 and here it is 1 1. So what are the value? So 0 becomes 0, 1 bit reverse value is changes to what? 2, 2 bit reverse value changes to 1 and 3 it will remain same. So this is the bit reverse order for capital N is equals to 4. For 2 point it will remain same, 0 becomes 0 and 1 becomes 0, because to represent 2 point DFT we require only 1 bit. So this is about the bit reverse index. Now we have to draw a signal flow graph for n point DFT. So here n I have considered it as 4. So this 4 indicates means what? This 4 is equals to 2 raised to 2, because radix 2, we are seeing radix 2 DIT FFT algorithm. So we'll be having 2 as a stages, we'll be having 2 as a stages. Okay, number of stages required to draw a 4 point DFT is equals to 2. So 4 point DFT, so initially we'll be having this 4 line like this. Now after completing each butterfly, so butterfly is completing like this, and these are the flow. In this flow we have to move. After completing each butterfly, here we need to multiply with -1. So as you see here we need to multiply a -1, and here we'll be having the Tweedle factor exponent, multiplication of Tweedle factor exponent. For each completing butterfly we have to multiply here with -1, and here it is going to multiply with Tweedle factor exponents. So similarly here also it is going to multiply with -1 and will be having some Tweedle factor exponent here. So for DIT FFT algorithm, this exponent value is always equals to 1. For DIT FFT algorithm, this exponent value is always, Tweedle factor exponent value is always equals to 1. Okay, so here it is also equals to 1, here also it is equals to 1. Now this is my first stage. Okay, after this we have to add. So addition is taking place. At this point there are two samples are coming together. This is my first sample and this is my second sample. At this point this one is my first sample, this is my second sample. Similarly for this. Now here we'll be having, here you consider 2 lines, here we have to consider 3 lines. Here there is a separation, but here it is not. So here one butterfly diagram is going to complete. Here we need to multiply with -1, and here also we'll be having Tweedle factor exponent, but here it is different value. Similarly here also we'll be having, and here also we'll be having -1. I will be telling you in detail how it is forming in summary of DIT FFT algorithm. So now for DIT FFT algorithm, you have to remember that for DIT FFT algorithm, input sequence is in bit reverse order. Input sequence is in what? Input sequence is in bit reverse order and output sequence is in what? Natural order. So here simply we'll be having x of 0, x of 1, x of 2, x of 3, and here it is what? Here simply it is bit reverse order. So for 4 point we have seen earlier, the bit reverse order for 0, 1, 2, 3 is what? X of 0, then we'll be having x of 2, then we'll be having x of 1, then we'll be having x of 3. So this is known as bit reverse order for 4 point DIT FFT algorithm. And the output sequence is in here, it is pseudo factor exponent. I have told you it is 1, and the stage 1 output I have considered as S0, S1, S2, S3. These are the Twiddle factor exponents required for second stage W40 and W41. You can calculate this value W41 and W40. For 4 point it will remain same for DIT FFT algorithm. After the second stage also will be having the addition, and here will be having x of 0, x of 1, x of 2 and x of 3. Now the main thing is what? After doing this bit reverse order and x of 0, what we are doing here? We are converting the time domain signal into a discrete frequency signal. For FFT we are converting a time domain signal into a discrete frequency signal. Okay. Now DIT means what? DIT is known as decimation in time. So we are decreasing here sampling rate. Decimation in time is what? So decreasing time. Okay, sampling rate we are decreasing here. Now how to calculate the value of S0? So S0 is nothing but the addition of x of 0. See here at this point we are getting two samples. So one is x of 0. See the arrow, x of 0 going to multiply with W40 into x of 2, as you see here. S0 is equals to x of 0 plus W40 x of 2. At this point here it is x of 0. Now minus sign is there. So x of 0 minus, in multiplication is taking place here, x of 0 minus W40 x of 2. Similarly for S2 will be having x of 1 and here W40 x of 3. So addition is there. And for S3 it is simply x of 1 minus W40 x of 3. So similarly for x of 0 here, so x of 0 at this stage 2 points are coming. So one is S0 and second one is S2. So x of 0 is nothing but the addition of S0 plus W40 S2. X of 1 is the addition of S1 W41 S3, and x of 2 is the addition of S0 minus W41 S2, and x of 3 is the addition of S1 minus W41 S3. So after that this is the final answer, x of 0, x of 1, x of 2, x of 3. So how to verify? So summation of x of k divided by capital N is always equals to value of x of 0. So whatever the value of x of 0 we are having, you will have. So you add all this discrete frequency sequence divided by capital N, will be getting the initial sample, that is x of 0. So this is for what? This is for 4 point DIT FFT algorithm. I will see a question. So determine radix 2. So I have told you what is meant by radix 2. Radix 2 means what? Is base is of 2. Radix 2 DIT FFT flow graph for x of n is equals to 2, 2, 3, 1. So by seeing the samples we will able to know that it is 4 point DIT FFT algorithm. So I have drawn this 4 point DIT FFT algorithm. Simply here we need to put the value. So what is the value? Here input sequence is in bit reverse order and output sequence is in natural order. Always remember, for DIT FFT algorithm your input sequence is in bit reverse order and output sequence is in natural order. So what is the value of x of 0? So value of x of 0 here it is equals to 2. Value of x of 2 here it is equals to 3. Value of x of 1 it is 2 and value of x of 3 it is 1. See, this represents value of x of 0, x of 1, x of 2 and x of 3. So simply you do the calculation as S0 simply will be having S0 is the addition of x of 0 plus W40 x of 2, so value of W40 is 1. So whether you consider or not, it is equals to 1 only. So 2 plus 3, and for S1 will be having 2 minus 3, so it becomes minus 1. Then for S2 it is 2 plus 1, and for S3 it is 2 minus 1. So simply will be having output for stage 1. So here you can write also, so it is equals to 5, it is equals to minus 1, then it is equals to 3, and here it is equals to 1. Now next step is what? To calculate the output of second stage. So x of 0 will be what? S0 plus W41 S2. So simply it is addition of S0 S2, so it becomes 8, 5 plus 3. So x of 1 is the addition of S of 1 plus W41 S of 3, so value of W41 is minus j, so here I have put it minus j into 1, so the answer becomes minus 1 minus j. Similarly for x2 and x3. Now we will be getting the answer for x of k. Now when you add all this value divided by capital N, we will be getting the answer as 2. So let me check. So here the imaginary part get cancelled here. Here also this can cancel. Minus 1, minus 1, minus 2. So this is also get cancelled. So after adding this, we will be having the value of summation of x of k is equals to 8. So 8 divided by 4. So simply we will be getting the answer as 2, and that is equals to value of x of 0. As you can see here, this is the value of x of 0. So in that way we can easily calculate, or we can easily draw the flow graph of Radix to DIT FFT algorithm. Now we'll see. Now there is a basic difference between DIT and DIF. So let me tell you that first. Before this, let me tell you that first. Okay. So for DIT, what is the main? For DIT, input sequence is in bit reverse order. Input sequence is in bit reverse order, and output sequence is in natural order. And for DIF is what? Input sequence is in natural order and output sequence is in bit reverse order. This is the major difference between DIT and DIF FFT algorithm. This is for DIF. And now second difference is what? Here the addition is taking place. Okay, addition is taking place after the Tweedle factor exponent. Here the addition is taking place before, sorry, for DIT addition is taking place before the Tweedle factor exponent, and for DIF the addition is taking place after the Tweedle factor exponent, after the multiplication of Tweedle factor exponents. So let me see here the addition is taking place before this Tweedle factor exponent, and now for DIF, so this addition is taking place, addition is taking place after the, see here the value of, you can see here the output here. So addition is taking place after, or you can write here the symbol of addition, you can put here also. You multiply here as a Tweedle factor exponent, and afterwards you can take the addition also. Okay, so I have taken the addition after. So that is the basic difference between DIT and DIF algorithm. Okay, whatever the output we are getting, so in that the Tweedle factor exponents are multiplied after the addition in DIF, and here it is for DIT, it is before. Now for DIF and DFT, so it is the mirror image. DIF is nothing but the mirror image of DIT FFT algorithm. So as you can see here it is simply this part it is shifted here, and this part it is shifted here. So it is known as what? So DIT algorithm, DIF algorithm is known as mirror image of DIT FFT algorithm. So simply here the input sequence is in natural order and output sequence is in bit reverse order. So here it is what? Here it is bit reverse order, and the Tweedle factor exponents, here it is multiplying after the addition, here also the Tweedle factor exponents are multiplied after the additions. After completing each butterfly, we have to multiply with -1. Here also, after completing each butterfly, we have to multiply with -1. And whether the butterfly is going to complete, also we have to multiply with Tweedle factor exponents. Here also we have to multiply Tweedle factor exponents, and these two butterfly diagram as completed here. So also we need to multiply the Tweedle factor exponents. Now you can see here the S of 0 is the addition of x of 0 and x of 2. S of 1 is the addition of x of 1, x of 3. S of 2 is the addition of x of 0 minus x of 2. Then we are multiplying here Tweedle factor exponent. So Tweedle factor exponents we are multiplying after the addition, and for DIT it is before the addition. Okay, and S of 3 is what? S of 3 is the addition of x of 1 minus x of 3 into W41. After addition we are multiplying the Tweedle factor exponent. Now x of 0 is the addition of S of 0 S1. X of 2 is the addition of S of 0 minus S1, and Tweedle factor, this value you consider or not, it is equals to 1 only. X of 1 is the addition of S of 2 S of 3, and x of 3 is the addition of S of 2 minus S of 3. But here you remember that here we are getting the order in bit reverse. Okay, so you have to consider the first sample. After when you draw this x of k, when you write the sequence of x of k, you consider that you have to consider this as the first sample, then second sample, third sample, and the fourth sample. In that way you have to remember. So let me take you one example. So same example I have taken, and the answer will get, it is the same as that of the DIT FFT algorithm. So I have taken the same example 2 2 3 1. So you just write the value here. It is in natural order, so it becomes 2 2 3 1. So you first calculate the stage 1 output. So for that we have to calculate S0. So S0 is nothing but the addition of here 2 and 3. S0 is the addition of 2 and 3, 5. S1 is the addition of 2 and 1. S2 is the addition of x of 0. X of 0 means what here? 2 minus 3. So 2 minus 3, it is equals to -1. Then we need to multiply W40, that is 1. So 2 minus 3 into 1, it becomes -1, and here it is equals to 2 minus 1 then minus j. So 2 minus 1, then we have to multiply with minus j. Here minus j is multiplying. Okay, so 2 minus 1, it becomes 1 into minus j, it becomes minus j. So this is the output of stage 1. And for stage 2, simply here x of 0 is the addition of S of 0 S of 1, then x of 2 is the addition of S of 0 minus S of 1. This W40 value is equals to 1. Wn0, always remember that Wn0 is always equals to 1. So where n is equals to 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64 and so on. So this n is equals to Wn0, the value is always equals to 1. X of 1 is the addition of S of 2 plus S of 3, and x of 3 is the addition of S of 2 minus S of 3 into W40. So simply we are getting this as output, but while writing x of k sequence, first these samples we need to take, because it is x of 0, then here it is x of 1, then x of 2, and then lastly it is x of 4. So in that sequence we have to write. So don't get confused here. Many of the students are writing this same value as the x of 2, x of 2, x of 0, x of 2, x of 1, x of 3. So you don't get confused here. Initially we have to take x of 0 sample, then x of 1 sample, x of 2 sample, and x of 3. So we will be getting the output like this. So in this way we can perform a DIT and DIF FFT algorithm. So thank you for listening. We'll see in the next lecture, we'll be seeing the Radix 2 DIT FFT algorithm for 8 point.